Hi, Genki Call here, and as expected, Gnome-a-Palooza has been nerfed. I hear it's not actually too bad, but let me tell you what it says here on the page. A few too many gnomes have been released in Crystara, and we're pushing a server fix that will make a few small changes. The chance to encounter one of the Mana Surge gnomes during Gnome-a-Palooza has been lowered. Was expecting that. Right now, they are appearing too often during Gnome-a-Palooza, leading to an unbalanced amount of verses being obtained. You can still encounter one of the Mana Surge gnomes during an active Gnome-a-Palooza, but it will be a rarer occurrence. So we can still get them during Gnome-a-Palooza, just not as many. We've adjusted some of the other gnome chances to account for this. We wanted to make sure that we wanted to make the chance to encounter our other gnomes more even. That being said, the chance to encounter a pet gnome in PvP remains unchanged, so that's good. We don't have any intention of rolling back the rewards that you have gotten thus far, so enjoy your stashes. Thank you for understanding as we make these changes, and happy matching. So that is the official word. I have not looked to see if they've fixed the skull issue, however, though. That double damage with skulls and taking out 2 troops at once. Yeah, I still haven't, I'm still not doing anything except Gnome-a-Palooza right now, so I haven't tested it. I don't know if it's still doing that or not. So, I'm going to do some farming here to see what the rates of the verse gnomes are. I've switched to my Rowan team, so I have my Medals of Guard up here. Medals of Guard give you +8 armor for all troops. If you don't have them, use Medals of Seasons, because that will give you at least an extra +4 for each medal. But that's not what I want. I want my Medals of Guard. And let's head over to Goldvania, because that's where I need some trait stones. Arcane trait stones, I should say. Alright, so here's my team. Let me grab that code for you. If you do not have the Mirage Queen, use second Leprechaun. And the Shield of Erskaya doesn't matter. If you are lower level, you'll want to use the Golden Cog in there and cast on Rowan before... Oh, look at that. Very first battle. How nice. Well... Okay, I'm great with that. So we've got our first Gnome-a-Palooza verse gnome right off the bat, my very first battle. How great. Okay. Well, let's see. Okay, this is nerfed. I wasn't getting rates this good last night. Before the nerf. 2 in a row. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yay! Give me those verses. I'm good with that. Maybe I just got exceedingly lucky for those first two battles. Wow. Alright, let's see how long it takes me to get a third one. Okay, off we go. 2 battles with no gnomes. I've had vault events in the past that I played where I didn't get any gnomes. It was just so frustrating getting any gnomes, so any rate that we've got going on here is still going to be good, I think. Better than most gnome hunting I've done. I'm really tired. I didn't get enough sleep. That is a usual occurrence for me, however, so nothing new there. Still leveling Slayer class. When you grab this code, I'll try to adjust the code for you actually. So your best bet for a Rowan team is going to be using a class that has Nature's Aura that gives you a Leaf Storm to start off with. If you don't have Archer, Orb Weaver, or Shaman class leveled enough to have a Leaf Storm, I recommend, I'm not going to say you should, I'm going to say I would recommend that you start leveling up those classes, because it is fantastic to use the leprechaun with a class that has a storm. Of course, if you have this, if you want to level up Slayer, Slayer has Icy Veil, which gives you this, the Ice Storm, extra blue falling. That also helps Rowan, but having a Leaf Storm starting out is amazing for any team that has lots of green, like you're using the Wild Queen or you're using Rowan. I'm sorry, Rowan, of course. Here's a normal gnome. Queen Beatrix or Gobtruffle. It's all good. So, also, if you don't already know, the reason that Mirage Queen is on this team is because she gives Rowan a 50% mana start, which makes things much faster, which means that I can run this team with any class, whether or not it has a storm, and still fill her up almost always on the first cast. I don't have to have the storm, so I can level up classes with this team. Here's another regular gnome. I'm sleepy call. Mini boss. Right, so if you're running Rowan with the Mirage Queen, then you can pick any class, is the point I was trying to make. Just whatever you need to level. I'm trying to get my Slayer up to as high as I can possibly get it, because I am going to craft Zolgoth soon. I just need 3 more Orbs of Ascension, the minor ones, to make my last major Orb of Ascension to make that power orb I need. And I am hoping to get that off of Vault Keys from next week. I'm just gonna keep yawning, sorry. My great-grandmother, I was lucky enough to grow up and knowing my great-grandmother. She died when she was in her mid-90s. She used to hum. She used to hum all the time, and she sounded like a pigeon. Have you ever heard a pigeon coo? I can't even emulate the way that she did it. No, it sounded like a pigeon. It sounded just like a pigeon to me. It was very cute. I don't know what she was humming. If she had a certain tune in her head that she was humming, or I just don't know. But it's one of my memories of her. She was so fun. My grandma, my great grandma. She was a little naughty. She liked to say that she needed a bed warmer, preferably blonde and in his 20s. Let's see. She'd like to take her granddaughter's lingerie shopping, and oh my gosh, the funniest thing. I was so young and innocent, and I was newly married. She gave me a book. Oh yes, one of those books, a how-to book. And she would say, "Have you tried what's on page 24 yet? It's really great." And every time I called her, she'd say, "Have you tried it yet?" I'd say, "No, Grandma, I haven't tried it yet." Well, you need to try it. It's really, really great. It actually works. And I can't tell you what page 24 said. I still remember what was on page 24. I can't tell you what it said because, there could be kids watching. Wow, Grandma. Uh, oh, there's another one. Okay, so that's not too bad. It hasn't been that long since I started grinding. So it's another Freddy Fret Fiddler, and actually that's the one I needed the most of. So that's 3 since I started the stream. Well, it's not a stream, as I'm not doing this live, but you know what I mean, since I started the video. So that's not bad. I like it. Let's see if I can do one more explore here and see how we do. I have lots of other videos planned for you folks. I've got more of the effects of status effects videos planned. I'm going to do all of them for our people who are newer to the game. We've got lots of beginners out there, and that's great. Want more people playing, more people to have fun with. So want to be sure that they have the resources that they need to be able to play the game successfully. I was so confused about status effects for the longest time. I was using Gnome-a-Palooza because, I come from an RPG background and you need to have a healer with you, and he's the healer I had. But back then, a year ago, Gnome-a-Palooza did a negative status effect on one of your own team members. And I was like, why are my people dying? Well, they were dying because they were death marked by Gnome-a-Palooza. Or, what does Frozen do? And why am I not doing any damage by this webbed? I didn't notice they were webbed. I just didn't get the status effects early on. Oh, I already finished an Explorer. It was amazing how fast it goes when you're not paying attention. Hey, there's another Baz. Woohoo! Okay. So this really isn't too bad. If you weren't able to get in on the insane amount of troops that we were, or not troops, but verse gnomes that were coming down, it's really not that bad. You're still going to get lots of the Gnome-a-Palooza gnomes, and last night I already noticed that I wasn't getting the verse gnomes during Gnome-a-Palooza, but this really isn't bad. So I'm just going to finish up this explore because, loose ends. Just going to finish up this explore real quick and see if we get any more. I'm not expecting another one so soon, but hey. I have no complaints. Except that my head... Another one! What? Yay! Okay. So... That's awesome. I have no complaints. It's good. It's good. You're gonna be fine. Just get your fastest teams out there. Use Ironhawk, use Rowan, use Phoenicia, whatever you need. Whatever you have that's fastest, do that. And get lots and lots of stuff done. You're going to be fine. You're going to be able to do Gnome-a-Palooza. At the very least, you will get to do Gnome-a-Palooza, period, because of this. Daily login. All you have to do is log in. You're going to get all 4 of the verses just from logging in. So 2 more days, 2 more verses, and you will have all of them, even if you don't grind. So at least you'll be able to experience the Gnome-a-Palooza even if you don't have time to play. So I hope that you enjoyed this stream. Y'all take care. I will see you soon, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.